Hey, what's going on, John, up north? I'm just getting set up. But thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate that. What's going on, man? Long time no see. Dude, you did that was some really nice stuff you did. The finish on that last pin was amazing, man. That was really nice. Wait for a few more to get in here. Today has been like Christmas with stuff coming in, and it just like carries on Monday with more stuff coming in. It's awesome. Some really amazing sponsors. So, which is awesome. What is going on, Mike? What's up, buddy? All right, show you the new toys. Okay, I'll show you the new toys. So, the first one is I upgraded the pen mandrel because that other one was all right, but I mean it did the job, but I got it put away. It had some downfalls to it, so it was actually threaded at the end, and every time I'd go to push one of the blanks on, it'd get caught in the threads, and it was actually wearing out the live end in the tail here. So, anyways, so I got one of these pen sets with the what is it, tailstock saver or something like that. Anyways, so I'm pretty excited, and this one I actually did buy. Um, Really cool stuff is I got a bunch of stuff came in from BM Wood Turning. So if you guys haven't seen BM Wood Turning, you got to make sure to check them out. So they sent me a bunch of new tool rests, which is really cool, and it was timed really well because the ones that came with my lathe, and I'll see if you guys can see it, but look at the grooves and everything in the top of it there. Like I couldn't get a smooth glide because all these divots. So, anyways, so they sent me not just one of these things, mandrel saver. Thanks, Mike. But they sent me actually the whole set of four, which is amazing. So these are going to be really cool. This one especially is going to come in really handy for doing rings because I don't have to travel very far. And then this one here is like the perfect size for rings or for pens. So it actually works out really cool. So, oh, Mike, man, this I haven't even used it yet, so I'm gonna test it out. But this thing, like, it's amazing. Just the fact that I can clamp it with the tailstock. On the other one, it just had a nut, and it was a 7/16 nut, so I had to tighten it with a wrench while holding this end of the taper. So it was a royal pain. Fortunately, I don't have to do that anymore. So that's good. Yeah, these round bar top ones are awesome. So I was talking to Mike Wilson. He suggested for these, and I did part of it, but I sanded them all down, and they are like super smooth. So anyway, so that's some of the stuff that I got in today. But I did order something else, and another company that I'm talking to. I'm going to show you guys this because this is how I'm going to finish the pens. And this was a recommendation from Mike Wilson. Is the sanding mesh pads, and these sanding mesh pads, they go all the way from 1,500 to 12,000 grit, and it came with a dispenser that I can mount. So I actually had it mounted, but I figured I'd take it off to show you guys. What's up, Pavi? In any case, and so what I'm going to be doing with these pens is I'm going to be wet sanding them, and the wet sanding is amazing for the finish on these. You're right, Mike, 100% game changer, because it brings the finish on these pens to like a glass finish for these. So absolutely amazing. And this here was like, for me, I think it was $35 for this with the holder. And this is from a company called Peachtree Woodworking Supply down in the US. I think it's down in Georgia. Anyway, so I reached out to them to let them know how good this stuff was, and we're actually going to look to maybe team up to do something. So for guitar reworking on next, oh man, Jeff, that would be amazing because the finish you get out of these is insane. So I'm gonna drill this back onto where I had it, and that way I can put the pads in. The really cool part about the dispenser is it dispenses from the bottom. So you grab the bottom, sand, put it on top. Grab the next one, sand, put it on top, and you just rotate them through. Runic, yeah, I put like no pressure whatsoever. On these, there's absolutely no need. There's no need to put any pressure at all. So, which that part I kind of like. So, the dispenser is cool because you can, and I'm still here. I'm just filling the dispenser, but you can just stack them on one another, and then they just stack inside. So, I'm going to be doing some wet sanding on a couple of pens. Still write the grits on them. The color will fade. Yeah, I know the color is going to fade, but I'm going to be very picky about keeping them in order. So should be good. You didn't even break those out, Mike. I'm surprised, man. So for today, I've already got a couple of blanks prepped. So I'm going to do a couple of pens. I'm going to do a couple of them in wenge. I've never used this one before, so we're going to try that, but I've seen it used. And then I've got this other wood, which is, I believe this is Red Heart. So I'm going to spin a couple of pens. So it's not going to be a really long live, but we're going to have some fun. Also, I tried something the other day with doing the pens, and I really, really liked it. So to get it round, using the carbide, and this carbide tool, this came from Bang Goods, so there should be a description or a link in the description if you want to go check it out. It's actually a whole set. They're pretty cheap and they're decent for what they are. Just glue the collar in. So I'm going to round it out with a carbide, and then after that, I am going to switch over to using my skew, which is it's razor sharp. It'll just slice a piece of paper by dropping it down. So that's for the most part how I'm going to be doing this. Use a mask, Jeff? Okay, I'll put my mask on because I keep it right beside me anyways. So I'm going to start with the Red Heart. Now, fortunately, I remembered this time I want to try to keep the grain lined up, so I've got arrows to arrows, so I know exactly which way it goes. But, yeah, I love this mandrel because stuff slides on so easy. Red Heart turns well? Oh, that's awesome. Because I'm looking forward to that. I have never used this stuff before. So, man, this is freaking awesome how this works. Man, that thing is solid. All right. So, we're going to get this down to shape. And, yeah, let's get this one going. Oh, new barrel trimmer. Yeah, the one that I got, it's not working great. So I'm going to be probably swapping it out for one that's a bit better. So we'll see. All right, let's get this going. My God, these tool rests are so smooth. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure to check out BM Wood Turning. Should be a link in the description there too. Hey Omar, yeah, this is wood. This is Red Heart. Uh, yeah, that mask has been used. I actually used it 2 days ago. I just forgot to blow it off. All right, I think I'm going to switch over to the skew because honestly, the skew is just fun to use. I've always loved using it. All right, so we're going to use this. That's cool, Mike. If you can get some made up, that's awesome. It's easy to do, right? Just need some flat stock bent up and then some bars welded on. I am Jeff. I am pointing it up, 100%. So that way the wood. I figured, and a lot of what I've seen, because then the wood kind of slides into it a bit better. So that's kind of what I'm going for. But I'm at a point I'm gonna have to drop the tool rest in a minute. Yeah, just so I can get a bit more of an angle on it. There we go. The skew is definitely a bit trickier, but I don't know. I just find it fun. Yeah, Omar, making pens. So this is a red heart wood that I'm using right now. Well, wait until you see the finish that I'm going to put on this. A 100%, John. I love the skew. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite traditional tools, and you can shape really good with it. So that's what I was doing with it a lot earlier this week. Omar, that's awesome. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, and hell, if you want, you can grab a membership and support the channel. All of that stuff helps. And then you can get notified all the lives and the new videos and everything coming up, which is awesome. We're very fortunate. We got a lot of really, really good people and everything in the chat. So make sure to check out their channels too. All right, that's almost where I want it. So that's good. That's awesome. My skews are so much fun. So I'm not, these are not cryo ones. This is an old set of Sorbies that I picked up for $50. I picked up a set of 6 of them, and they're really nice. But I had to reshape all of them. So it was a bit of a pain, like a bit of work, but it worked really well. Jeff, I agree 100%. I've seen so many videos where on lathe work they've talked about, you know, there's different tools for different purposes, but if the tool works for what you're using it for, even if that's not what it's intended for, if it's working, then why not use it? So that's kind of my take on it. The one thing I love about the skew is it just does like it's like nice, clean and crisp lines too. So let me move this over a little bit so you guys can see. Maybe I'll see if I can zoom it in. Hang on. I think I can zoom it in. Here, let's try that. There, I think you guys can see it a little bit better now. Jeff, sharpen a screwdriver and use it. Why not? Right? Hey, Jeff, think about it. Think about that as a topic for another video because that would actually be really interesting to see. These BM tool rests are really nice. Like the groove in these things conforms right to my hand, which is awesome. This one is almost there. So I will say the carbide comes in really handy for shaping the ends, but it can be done with the skew just as long as you kind of roll your arm with it to kind of go around the curve. All right, just gonna fix up this one part. All right, let's have a look. That's nice. So you know what the other part I noticed with the carbides leave a lot of grooves this way. The traditional tools like the skew, it's not leaving any of those marks because it seems rather than chipping it, it's almost stripping it, right? Oh, that's cool, Rune. That's awesome. Yeah, I like turning lathes. Lathes. Rings. Rings are actually really, really fun to turn. But I found that they take a lot of precision. That's all. Still really cool, though. All right, so I think we are just about ready to get to the finishing of this one. I'm just going to try and thin it down. So I like pens that are a little bit thicker here, so that way it's got something to grip onto, but not too much. This is Red Heart. That's what this one is. It actually, I don't remember who said it, but it turns really nice. I'm really excited to see what the finish is going to look like on this. And this thing is cut like that is so smooth. All right. I'm going to take that off and We're going to sand this up a bit. See how it looks. Zoom this back out. Cool. And don't worry, no, my shirt was nowhere near the mandrel. We're good. Mike, I started at 300. That's actually what this is. So 300, I'll go up to 4. Once I've got it fairly smooth, then the CA coating starts, and that's the finish that I've been working on this week. All right, so let's have a look. So there we go. I don't know if you can see that. So Jeff, for this, for Red Heart, I didn't see any flags about that, but over here, I actually have a fan blowing. So if you see stuff flying this way, it's pushing it past me. And I know you can't hear it, but I've got my air scrubber turned on back here too. It's just the microphones cancel it out, right? So I should be pretty good. That being said, when I get to the wenge, I will put a mask on, because that one I had not had a chance to look up. So I just got to clean up the inside edges right around these bushings. I just realized they're a little bit rough. All right. So we're going to see if that works. Go right to the 4. Yes, much cleaner. Awesome. Hey, Tracy. How are you? Tracy's actually my neighbor. Yeah, bracelets. So bracelets or what is it? Oh God, it starts with a B. I'm not a jeweler person. I can't remember. That's actually on my list to try turning on here too. I want to try and get into some really fine stuff. So a nose ring, Jeff. I don't think I'm going to attempt a nose ring. That might be a little bit too much. All right, so we're pretty good on here. Actually, I'm just going to vacuum this up really quick, and then I'm going to start the CA finish. Yes, Tracy is my amazing barber. She is awesome at it. All right, just quick clean. So what I'm going to use to finish this, and actually I'm going to see if I can swing you guys over, get a bit of a better view. So, hey, what's going on, Norm? Guitar Daddy, what's going on? Hell yeah, it's man glitter. There's nothing wrong with some man glitter. So I just wanted to vacuum that up because I'm going to start doing the CA finish, and we're going to do some wet sanding too. So that is going to be fun. And so the CA glue that I'm using, it's actually this stuff here. Mike at the Whack and Shack recommended this stuff to me. It's amazing for finishes. So if you need some, go check it out on Amazon. Right? Omar, you thought the vacuum back there was the CNC? No, I don't have a CNC machine. I have routers that I'll use by hand, but that's it. On the back of the shop vac. Yeah, so Jeff, there is a sound baffle I can get for it. I just haven't got there yet, but there is one, and I will get there. So I'm going to do the CA finish on this first, and I'm going to be doing between 8 and 10 coats of a CA finish on this. And I'm not even going to be sanding in between. Before I was doing like a 3,000 grit in between, and it works really well. But I looked up a lot of different ways online. And this was a really really good one. So we're gonna see how this goes. Yeah, make sure you check out the Whack and Shack, 100%. And also check out 77 Rockets. I know a lot of you just came from there. Ryan, your live was awesome. So yeah, check those guys out. And there's a lot of other really good channels in here. You got Jeff from what is it? 2 Minutes for Woodturners. My Honey's Handmade, Steve, New Beginnings. There's all kinds. So make sure to go and check them out. The other thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be spraying with activator in between. I wasn't doing that before because it would make it cloudy, but maybe it's this glue because it's not doing that. So let's get this party started. Mike, you were trying to convince who to give me commission for selling them for him, or is that somebody else? All right. Oh, these? Yeah, the glue actually came with these, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try because when I'm doing the CA finish on here, it makes a mess all over the bushings. At least with this, I can control it a little bit more. So you buy 2 bottles of this stuff, and it comes with like 10 of these tips. So let's get this going. So I'm turning it, but only on a very low speed. Now I haven't used these tips yet. Wow, look at that color. So that is, wow, this red heart is beautiful. Oh, Tracy commission for selling the pens. Tracy, 100%. I will give you commission if you could sell the pens. And Tracy, it was actually Mike Wilson in this group gave me the idea that I can spin you a bowl. You put the bowl in your shop, and I'll throw a bunch of pens in it, and you can get a commission off of it. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna tighten this up a little bit. So Runic, you know what the really interesting part about that is I'm using this CYA fixed glue, and I'm using this Affix brand activator. So it's actually 2 completely different ones, and it's working just fine. I've actually had a lot of success with it. So I think that's about 4 so far. Can you guys see the gloss that is coming out on that? It could have been just the glue Runic. So this stuff here, this Affix stuff, it came with the CA glue, and the CA glue that came with it is absolutely brutal. Every time I use it, it would cloud up. Hey, buddy.
I made something.
What'd you make?
Wasn't that safety training pen? Yeah, I took it apart.
Okay.
But I made a web shooter out of it. This is literally every part from the pen.
Oh, yeah? My son's just here showing me something.
And it presses a button at the back. That's what happens.
What? Oh, nice. Yeah, Omar, wait until I sand this thing up. I wet sand this up to 12,000 grit. This is where I was really impressed with the finish. So, buddy, this is the red heart.
Nice.
and it's beautiful.
I agree. Honestly.
Hey, Johnny, if it works for you, man, now why not? I'm actually going to have to restock because I used up a lot of CA this week on various stuff. I making rings and all that stuff. All right, I'm probably let's see. You guys can see that it. So what kind of my goal is I'm trying to get rid of the feeling of just wood. I want it to show the wood, but I want it to be smooth like glass. All right, I'm going to do one more on this, and that's it. Surprisingly, Jeff, no, I'm not high from the fumes. There's actually very few. I know it creates fumes because of the heat.
You're stepping on a string.
Oh, am I? Okay, you have to give me a minute, buddy. All right.
There you go. Am I allowed to show this?
What's that?
Am I allowed to show this?
You could show something very quickly, and then I have to move to this. What do you want to show?
This.
Okay.
Looks like this.
Sure.
Am I allowed to hop in?
Sure. Here, my son just wants to show you guys something.
Part 10 to make this little contraption.
What
This
is
little
it?
Contraption is a little web shooter.
Uh-huh.
This is that button.
Oh, cool. So it shoots it. Nice, buddy. All right. So here's one drawback to this, and I haven't solved this one. Thanks, Mike. I haven't solved this one yet, but it's the buildup of CA glue on the bushings. So now I can likely break them off. But what I'm likely going to do is just at least trim away some of it, so that way when it does break off, it doesn't ruin the finish on the outside of the pen. Yeah, I know I got to get, I really do have to get the plastic bushings. I just haven't got there yet. So I'm just breaking it up, so that way I can at least release the bushings a little easier. So I am going to get some of those. And yes, I know I'm not wearing a mask, but it will be fine. All right, some of the sanding is going to help with a little bit of that too. Okay, let's get it wet sanded. So I'm going to start with 1500, and then I'm going to work my way all the way up to 12. I'm going to boost the RPMs on this too. Wait, petroleum jelly on the bushings before you start turning. Actually, that's a really good idea, petroleum jelly. I never thought about that, but I might actually try that. One thing I almost forgot is that. So primary goal of, I guess, the first mesh is to even it out. So I'm just going to check, make sure it's evening out. So now I just put it in the top of the holder, and I pull the next one out. Another tip video was born. Yeah. Nice. All right. Cool part is you don't have to put any pressure, and it doesn't need a lot. Why is it called wet sanding? Because I'm literally dipping it in water, and the advantage to dipping this in water is that the friction doesn't heat up, and it makes it very smooth. So just wait. You'll see. I'll show you the finish. It doesn't even take that long to do. So yeah, just so you can see it, I've got some water here that I'm dipping the pad in before I sand it. So that way it's wet. I know normally you should, or at least what I've seen anyways, is to let it soak up a little bit, but these pens are small, so I'm not too worried about it. Spray bottle with water. Actually, Mike, that's a genius idea, man. That would definitely be a lot easier than having to dip in water all the time. So, Mike Wilson, huge shout out to you, buddy. I got these sanding mesh pads because of you. So, huge shout out. And I will never turn back from them. So, we're almost there. I'm up at 6,000 grit is what this one is. And it's going to go up to 12. You don't slow it down for the pen turning process? Speed for the final sanding? Yeah, I'm already up near the top. But as I get higher, I am absolutely going to do that, especially at the 12,000 grit. I'm going to put it right at the top. All right. 12,000. Keep it at 3,200 for the whole thing. So that's 3,200 right now. All right, that's pretty good. And then the other thing I did afterwards, so I'm going to dry this off. And then I'm going to put a coat of some of this beeswax that I have on it. So let me show you this. So I'm going to take this out of here and show you. And then, actually, no, you know what? Let's do, we're going to do the beeswax finish first. I'm just using some of this stuff. Just for a little bit of a polish. Not that it needs it, but we're going to do it anyway. Plus, it smells really, really good. Thanks, Mike. So this isn't actually bumbleshoots. That stuff is, they're amazing people. That stuff is coming in on Monday, so I'm really looking forward to that. This is just some other stuff that I had, but I think it's gonna be somewhat similar. So this is a local company called Leather Better. And if you guys know lemon meringue pie, it smells like lemon meringue pie. It's like, it smells like I want to eat it. Okay. Now, final polish. We're gonna buff it in. And then I'll take this off and show you guys. Find dust in it? No, I didn't find that with Trident True either. I use Trident True a lot, but never found that. So let me pop this out of here, and I'll show you. Look at that. See how like shiny that is? And that's like a glass finish easily. So Mike, the buffing wheel setup, I actually don't really need it because I have that already on my sharpening system over there. So, all right. So all I'm going to do with these now, because there's a little bit of CA on the edges, is I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just go in a circular motion to get it off. And then I'm going to show you something else that BM wood turning sent. All right, very good. Love it. Headlight polish, I would totally try that. What's going on, Chase? How you doing, buddy? I'm just, doing what everybody else is doing, which is freaking amazing because they're so much fun, which is pens. All right, so I got to press this together. I got to, and I don't know. There we go. I got some other stuff from BM Tools, so I got to show you these. So for pressing this together, I didn't want the actual press kit. I got these bad boys. So it's an M2 press kit that actually goes right into the lathe. So that way I can press everything right here. So, and that, again, another one from BM Wood Turning. And like these guys are amazing. These things are in Canada, which is where I am. A set of these is $30. So it's really not that much. So, yeah, it does get addictive. That was all you, Mike. So for this one, I am actually going to be doing black, straight black for this one, because I thought it would match up well, at least for this anyways. What do you guys think? I've got gold. I'm going to do it on another one. You guys thinking black works? Nice, Chase. Yeah, I'm going to do black on these. 100%. All right. Oh, I got to say, like, look at that. Like butter. It just goes in like butter. Yeah, Chase, it's Red Heart, and then I got some wenge coming up after. All right, make sure I'm good for the distance. That's awesome, Jeff. All right, let's see. Yep, that's pretty good. Perfect. We got it pushed in just enough. So we're going to put the rest of this together. Yeah, Jeff, you should start making them again. And they kits and the blanks, those things are valuable because they're not cheap, depending on where you are. So I bought the kits that I have from Amazon. But in Canada, they're not nearly as cheap as they are in the US, but $70 for 12. So it's a little pricey. How you doing, George? All right. All right, we're in. Man, I love that press. It is so much easier. All right, there we go. So there is one with a glass finish, sanded up. It's 10 coats of CA glue, or 8 or 10, sanded up to wet sanded up to 12,000 grit, and like it's a glass finish. I can't feel any of the wood grain, but you can see all of it. So it's really nice. Came out nice with the black. Omar, for glue, no. So there's no glue that holds this together. Everything presses together because inside the blanks here, there's a 7mm inner diameter brass tubes that everything presses into using a press or a vise or something like that. Thanks, Norm. That's awesome. So Jeff, I'm actually very similar to you. I love doing pens, but not a lot of woodworking stuff sells around me very well, and that's mainly because I'm in Canada. So it is what it is. Another one for Tracy's shop. Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, maybe another one for Tracy's shop. That's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna tell her about doing that for commission. She's actually got, like, I made her a business card holder a while ago and whatnot. So she's got a few things there. Plus, I helped her make a mantle inside her house too, which was pretty cool. There you are, Tracy. Hello. Okay. We are going to start on pen number 2, which is the wenge. So that's the next one we're going to do. And I said this will be a bit of a shorter live. Because I don't have a huge amount of time. Mr. Wilson, you're heading down? I appreciate you being in here, buddy. I really, really do. Good Lord, I need a new lathe. I just bought this lathe and already labels are peeling off and doesn't like to hold tight. We will talk probably right in the morning, Mr. Wilson. And I think for everybody in here, BW Wood Turning, I think he's got a live running tomorrow morning. Mr. Wilson, I'm assuming, is going to be in there because he normally is. I will be also. So if you got nothing going on in the morning and you want to see like a master at work on the lathe, make sure to check him out. Burl pens, that would be cool. Okay. For this one, because of a recommendation, I will put a mask on. Because I don't know this wood very well. And I haven't had as much time to research it. So we'll put this on first. And then we'll start turning it. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to use the carbide to get it round, and then we're going to use the traditional skew to keep it going from there. If you notice, the one is a little bit off. My vise screwed up while it was holding it, and one of the holding components let go. So it went on a bit of an angle. That's why it's going to be at the back of the pen. So now I'm going to switch over to the skew. David Dunlop, how are you? Is there a target diameter? No. Am I winging it? I'm going to say kind of. So, give you an example. This is kind of what I go for, ish, give or take. Sometimes the piece up here is going to be a bit thinner, but I like a little bit of meat to hold in between the fingers. So we're gonna switch. I'm gonna switch this over to the traditional tool, the skew. We'll get this one done. All right, awesome. All right, back to the skew. So one thing I'm finding with wenge, it's a little bit of a sensitive wood. You gotta be gentle with it. Yep, still sharp. Hey, what's going on, Dan? I didn't see you in here before. A grip portion, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I haven't done that yet, only because when I've been doing these new gloss finishes, I found that they stick pretty good to the hand. I know I am loving this pen mandrel. I should have gone to this one right off the bat. This thing's amazing. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. That's a good point, Jeff. Now, would you still follow the same rule? Even if you're using CA with an accelerator, like, would you still follow that same rule to just leave it to let it set? All right, got to curve it this front a bit more. Now we're getting there. Jeff, you totally should do a video on tips for doing pens. And then you can use up some of that stock that you got too, right? As a matter of fact, like, you could do a video on it, or you could do a series using different woods, finishing methods, that sort of stuff. That would actually be really cool. All right. Almost out of shape on the front. This wenge is a lot more stubborn. Hello, Mr. Michael. How are you doing? Yeah, that would be a really, really cool idea if you did some videos on that stuff. If you got some tips for other people, 100%. That would be awesome. Hey, Bad Dragon, how you doing? almost there. So I know I mentioned it before, but in the description in here, there's a bunch of links in there. If you guys are looking for anything, make sure to check out BM Wood Turning. That's where they sent me these tool rests, and these things are absolutely awesome. So make sure to check them out. And there's some other really, really good ones in there too. Bumbleshoot Wood Finishes. I've got some stuff coming in from them on Monday. I'm really excited about that. I've seen it used a lot on 77 Rockets channel. In addition to that, there's a ton of other really, really good channels in here, and really, really good people in the chat. So make sure to go check them out. Show them some support and everything too. All right, we're getting close. Night, Bad Dragon. I'm just kind of shaving it down to get the shape and get rid of any ridges. All right, almost there. Nope. So I don't know if any of you have ever tried this before, but and probably don't have it here. I got to go grab it. But I found a really cool way, and you gotta be really careful with it. If you want to get this piece perfectly straight, is using a card scraper. But you don't have to use it to get it straight. If you just go like this, it'll actually show you with little lines there the high points, and then that way you know exactly where you need to attack it to get them down. So, Ryan, you're awesome, dude. Thanks so much, man. Okay. All right, I think we're just about there. This has definitely been a tricky one. I got some other exotics that I'm going to be trying too. I think I've got African ebony and a bunch of other ones too. So yeah. So this one here is definitely a bit rougher. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to start sanding it down. It almost looks like I got a little bit of a split here, but I got to use some. Looks like maybe a little bit of heavier sandpaper here because I got a little bit of blacking, but all good. So let's do some sanding on this piece. And then we're going to do our CA finish because that's going to help hold it together if there are any issues. If you haven't yet, like the video, and if you want to see some other cool stuff, you can go and like and subscribe to the channel. And there's memberships on there too. If you want to be a member and kind of support the channel, that would be absolutely freaking amazing. There's actually some videos on there for members only too. So any every little bit helps. Support doing all of this stuff. And putting on these videos and getting to hang out with all of you. All right. Yeah, there we go. We're going to go a bit higher. Then we're going to vacuum up and start the CA finish. And I think I'm going to finish this wenge. I think I'm going to finish it in gold hardware. You guys let me know what you think. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go for gold. But, guys, let me know. This is one of those base camp masks. They're all right, but man, are they hot. Woo! All right. Real quick. I know it's a bit loud, and then I'll have this thing off. Cool. Done. All right. So we are going to get this thing super shiny. All right. Gold would be nice. Cool. That's exactly what I'm going to do. All right. I just going to grab another glue tip. Actually, no. I cut the end of that one off. I've never used these little tiny skinny glue tips before. But I actually like them. These little tiny things for the CA glue, they work really well. Yeah, Ryan, man, me too. Having a respirator like that is going to make it so much easier. Because then it's also a face mask too, right? All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to get this a bunch of coats of CA added on here with some activator in between, and then we'll finish it up. Wow. I'm always amazed when I first put it on. The color that comes out. So I'll stop this to show you. Hey, Dan, what is it that helps control thin CA pretty good? You mean the tips? I'm assuming. I'm going to need more activator. I'm running out of this stuff fast. That's awesome, Dan. That's what I thought you meant. Just want to check and make sure. Hey there, Eric. What do you mean about water for putting it on here? So this is the finished CA glue, and doing about 10 coats of it And this is essentially going to give like a glass finish almost. And for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I'll pull the other pen out we did too. $131, nice, mate. Make sure to hit that like button and share the video if you want. Helps out, gets more people to see it, which is awesome. So we are doing a wenge pen. Let's give that a minute. Guys ever have the CA finish start smoking? Not really on the pen itself, but on the paper towel. Box of blanks collecting dust. Oh no. Eric, man, you gotta use those. You know, one thing I love about this, and I turn rings too. One of the things that I love about this is I can use all the scrap woods. I'll let that set for a sec. I'll show you what I mean. In my shop here, I had some cherry and maple laying around, and so I've laminated them, and I've got them sitting inside my my kit. Eric, 50, man, that's amazing. That is awesome. Yes, Eric, you do need a lathe. Eric, I don't know if somebody can throw it in here, but Mike at the Whacking Shack, he's got a link that you can use for a MIDI lathe, similar to this one, a little bit bigger, and it's from Find by Tool, and I think it's still on sale right now. So Ryan or Mike, I don't know if you guys can throw that link in there. But Eric, it was pretty cheap. Like, I'm in Canada, and I think they had it listed for around $400 Canadian. It was actually a really good price. So I would definitely check out Find by Tool if you're looking for something like that. Mike's actually on the Whack and Check. He's got the lathe, and he can attest to how awesome that thing is. You love laminate projects? Oh, that's awesome, Dan. Okay, let's check this out. Yeah, I like laminate projects too. So I'm going to build up this finish. Oh, hey, buddy. I'm going to build up this finish a little bit more just because of some of the grain I still got there. So, oh, Mike, you're driving. Okay. All right. No worries. I don't know if Ryan is in here. If he could post it, that would, beauty. Ryan, that'd be awesome. But Eric, definitely check that lathe out. This is going to be like glass. Yeah, buddy.
Want to know something I just made?
What's that?
Just a pen.
What's that?
I slightly modified the pen. Got rid of some of the part.
Oh, yeah?
That's all.
Nice.
It's actually a pen sniper.
That's cool. My son's showing me a project.
And it actually
hey, no worries, Eric. It's actually really reasonable, Eric. And they actually, I believe, I'm pretty sure Find by Tool actually ships worldwide too. So that's a pretty big advantage with them. All right, so those coats, those are pretty good. Now we got to turn it into glass. Before we do that, I've got to get some of the CA buildup off of the bushings. So in order to do that, I'm just going to use my skew just like I did before and kind of scrape it back a little bit. Am I going to make a ring? I hadn't planned on it, but I don't know. Let me go. What does everyone else think? If you want me to make a ring? Because then I'll make a ring. I'll just pick a random size. What's up, buddy?
I made a little pen.
Nice.
Pen sniper. It's not a model.
Okay.
It's functional.
Cool.
If you just slightly unscrew this right here, make sure this is screwed on.
Yeah.
Press the trigger and it fires out like a bolt.
Cool.
I'm not gonna fire it though because I don't want to lose it.
That's cool, buddy.
I don't want to lose it in here. When you're show you, I'll show you it there.
Ooh.
Same as you did.
No, I caught a little bit of the back pen blank, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that because we're going to buff it all out. All I'm doing is breaking the seal of CA glue. Hang on, buddy, please.
Can I keep your red heart?
Not right now.
Can I
No.
keep it?
I don't know. We'll talk after. We'll see. You never know, buddy. All right. So now we're going to... There we go. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the wet sanding. So I'm going to sand it from what are these grits? 1,500 up to 12,000 grit. What's up?
It works.
What does? Your
Yes.
thing? Excuse me.
It's
Sorry.
like a pen sniper.
Cool, buddy. I like it.
It actually fires out the tip.
Yeah.
The silicone part. It fires up the ink and the cap.
Nice. So I'm going to sand it. This is the 1,500. I'm going to sand it with this one a little bit more because I got just a few rough spots.
There is no 1500.
100%, Mike. So I will. I've actually already got some ring blanks that I prepped throughout the week.
You're using 3,000.
So I will absolutely do that.
You call it 1,500.
Yep.
You're using 300, 200.
What?
You're using 3,200.
1,500.
Uh,
Sorry, buddy. It's all good. All right. We're gradually moving up the scale. So with me, with doing this, I'm not putting any pressure on the sandpaper. I am literally gliding it back and forth to wet sand it. And I'm wet sanding it because it's going to give a better finish. And it keeps it cool at the same time. So I'm just going to have a look at it here. Yep, that's good. Okay. All right. And as I get higher up in the grit, I'm going full throttle. Hey, Jamie, what's going on? Ryan, thanks, man. That's awesome. Hey, buddy. Good job. You're welcome. As some of you know, my son is very creative and loves building stuff, which is awesome. I find he spends a lot of time in the shop now. I'll get home from work and he's out here building shit, which is really cool. I just have to teach him how to clean up now. It doesn't take much to get up to this finish. The ring takes a little bit more than these to do. This is actually pretty simple by comparison, just because they're so small. But wait till you guys see the rings. And I do this exact same finish on the rings. They come out super high gloss. So this is the final grit. This is 12,000. Appreciate that, Ryan, man. Yeah, he's pretty good. So if you can't find Mike's link, go to his channel And I think it's in the channel description too. But definitely want to check that out. Okay, I'm just going to dry this off. So it's not bad. It's not bad. So I still got to put some polish on it. So that's going to really should finish this thing up. Jamie, that's the exact same thing because my son uses my tools and he does not put them away. I mean, he's in the shop, so that's a start. I'm happy with that already. All right, so I'm using leather better finish. Stuff's pretty good. I got some new stuff that I'm going to try that will be here on Monday. So this is just a beeswax that smells like lemon meringue pie, and I want to eat it, but I can't. All right. So it's coated, and then we're gonna buff it out. Jamie, man, that's what matters. My son's actually he plays a Nintendo Switch every now and then, but he's actually gotten away from it quite a bit. He used to like playing the computer games and all that stuff too, but not nearly as much anymore. Now, if you guys can see the shine on this. But I will. Oh, yeah, that did it. Oh, she's smooth. All right. So we are going to press this one with some gold hardware. Need sunglasses? Look at that. There we go. That finish turns out really, really good. It is officially my new favorite finish, or method of finishing, I should say. All right. All right, so the only thing I'm going to do with these little bits of CA on the end, just going to get those off. Thanks very much, Dan. I appreciate that. So there's only a little bit of a CA finish that's got to come off. It's not a ton, but we do not want that sticking out over that those pen pieces there. Hey, if you're in here, make sure double tap that screen. Hit that like button so then even more people can see this. And you can go and subscribe to the channel. It's memberships and all that sort of stuff. Get notified about videos, and then check out all the other channels in here too, because there's some really good ones. All right, I think we're good. Almost. All right, we're going for gold hardware. So we're going to use, just like last time, the lathe is going to be the press. So if you haven't checked it out, links in the description. BM Tools supplied me with 4 of these tool rests, which are amazing, and this kit for the lathe. So if you haven't yet, make sure to go and check them out. All right. Next one. How did that wenge turn out so far? Just putting it together now, so you're like right on time. Yeah, thanks, Runick. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I will say the wenge is like it's nice. A lot tougher to turn with the skew, 100%. But still a really nice finish. So I like it. All right, almost there. And then for everyone that's in here, I think it was asked a couple of times there. I believe it was in the chat, but probably make a ring. They don't take an incredibly long time to do, but the idea is to make a ring that is solid wood and no metal hardware or anything. Okay. So let me grab you the other one too, so I can show them both to you. So here, I don't know if this will be better. Not really. Okay. So that's the wenge. And you could, like, it's got a glass finish, so you can't even feel the grain on it. But it's just, yeah, it's just a really nice finish. Okay. And then this was the red heart. And this one, like, I'm just blown away by how good this one turned out. And so this one's the gold hardware, this one's the black hardware. So really, really nice. Anyways. So there is a couple pens done. Now, you guys want to see a ring? Let me know if you want me to turn a ring. I'll do that next because I do have some blanks. Oh, and also, I got to show you guys this. I did a trip to Lee Valley Tools, which is dangerous, and I found these kits. And, like, look at how amazing they are for holding blanks. This thing's awesome. Omar, yeah, a solid wood ring. I'm talking about a ring made out of something like this that is about just under 2 millimeters thick. And it's all completely turned on a wood lathe. No metal ring, no nothing as a backer. Turn it, David Copperfield. All right. Let's turn a ring. Let me just kind of reset here. So for the ring, because it is so fragile, I am not using the traditional tools. I could, but I'm more comfortable just using the carbides for now for that one. And we're going to use this little tiny rest. So again, this little tool rest, it came from BM Wood Turning. So it should be a link in the description. But if you want to go check that out, or check them out, they've got some really, really nice stuff. Right? And they're awesome people to deal with too. They sell on Amazon and everything. So really cool. So the reason I'm putting this on here is because we got to drill a hole. And go figure no, it shouldn't be too big. Yep. Go figure my blank's a little bit too big. Okay. I got to trim it down. Hang on a second. Ba-ba-ba-ba. All right, let's try that. My bandsaw is kind of on the fritz. Or at least the blade is. All right. Hey, that's awesome, Dan. Appreciate that, man. Omar, watch and ye shall see. It's actually really cool. I haven't seen a lot of it done, but I just started doing it and getting into it because I thought it was really cool. And it is. I really do like it. But you do have to, there are some other jigs and what you need for it, because you have to actually put a ring onto something. Just to show you, this is what I started using. I made like a ring mandrel, basically a homemade one with the slits, and I thread the screw in for wherever the placement of the ring is in order to spread this apart to hold it in place. But I finally decided to upgrade that a little bit. So let's go ahead. We're going to get this drilled out. So it's a 1/2-inch drill bit. I'm going to drill it out with this. And then I'll show you the amazing boring tool. All right. That's it for this bad boy. And then we're going to pull out this piece. So if you're ever looking for a really cool attachment for a wood lathe, this is a boring head that is adjustable to 0.001 millimeters of within accuracy. So it just slides in there, and literally you just spin the top bolt here. So it is super cool. And all you do is turn it like this. So I'll kind of show you how the process of how I start doing this now. So I'm going to make this kind of like a, I don't know. I'm going to make it a generic size. So I use these. You've all seen them before to size people or size rings. And then I've got the digital caliper. And pretty simple the way to do this. But I'll show you just as an example. So I'll take any ring size. So this one is -7. I'm not sure why it's negative. So literally just expanding the caliper in between, lock it in place, pull that off. That needs to be the diameter of the hole, and checking it just like this. That's it. So there's not much to actually getting the sizing down. So we're going to keep that. So that is the size 17.72 millimeters. So we're going to use the boring head now. And we're going to get this thing bored out. So it's really cool. It's got a carbide on the corner. And it just cuts into it like a lathe tool would. And then as you go, you just back it up so it goes off center. Push it back in again. So this piece that I'm turning right now, this is maple. So we're going to shut this off. And now we're just going to check our diameter. So we got maybe a 1/16th to a 32nd of an inch to go, which means we don't have to move our boring head very much. So I'm only going to give it a couple revolutions. Ronak, this is completely raw. So I have been, I mean, it's dried. It's dry, but it's not raw. It's not stabilized with a resin or anything like that. So I have been able to get these down to a thickness, maple specifically, of 1.6 millimeters thick, turning it on a wood lathe with no metal cores. So it's actually pretty amazing. And then I've also been hollowing out the center channels. There we go. Perfect. I've been hollowing out the center channels in order to do mica inserts and stuff like that. Mica powder mixed with CA glue. And I've also done brass inlays in them as well. And my next one that I'm going to do is copper wire. Inlay some copper and then finish it with a CA. So that's going to be pretty cool. So now, gotta put this away. So this, for the most part, it's going to be all carbides. We're going to use this, and we got to position this kind of in a certain way because we got to get our carbide right in here. We're not actually, so I'm not actually going to hollow out the inside, but what I'm doing is rounding it out and making it thinner. So let me see if I can move you guys a little bit, give you a bit of a better look at it. See you, Dan. Wire? Yes, it can be. So the brass is a 1 millimeter. I have not yet done the 14 gauge copper, but that is my next goal. So let's get the carbide with just a round bit. And then I'm just rounding the inside to get more of that comfort fit. Golden Retriever, hey, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. All right, so now I got to flip it over and do that over here also. So I've kind of perfected this a little bit. One of the reasons why I can get it down to a thickness of about 1.6 millimeters is because we're going to cover the inside of this with CA glue to help hold it together so it doesn't shred up. Hey, if you haven't yet, double tap that screen, hit that like button, and then you check out the channel, like and subscribe if you want. Grab a membership if you want to help the channel out a little bit, and then also make sure to check out all the other amazing channels that are in here, because there's a lot of really good ones in here. All right, so. Right now, this is pretty thin. I'm going to say we're just over 1/8 of an inch, but not quite 3/16 of an inch thick. So now we're going to finish the inside of this with some CA. and as well as the edges and whatnot. We're going to sand it a little bit first, and then we'll move to the outside, and I'll pull out the mandrel, the really cool mandrel. Beautiful. I don't know if you can see some of the texture in that, but it's a really pretty wood. All right, let's get some CA in here. Just a few coats on the inside, I think, is typically enough because I just need it to help hold it together and give it a tiny bit of a shine, but not much. And then we got to do the same treatment on the other side, so we're going to have to flip it around. Beauty. Almost there, and we're going to put it on the mandrel. There, that'll be enough. Okay. So now, for the most part, we're good there. We're going to take it off of here. We're going to get it on that mandrel. And actually, this part, so that is the bulk of the time, is doing all of that. The next actually goes really quick because with it being so small, it shaves down really, really fast. So we're going to get that going next. And yeah.
Are you making a ring?
Yep, making a ring. Really quick one. It's because they're pretty cool.
Ready?
So this is the ring mandrel right here. Very, very similar to like a pen mandrel. This one comes from a company called ringsupplies.com. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but if you're looking to get into something like this and you want some really, really nice stuff, definitely check these guys out. So we're just gonna nope. So these bushings are too small, so I need some bigger ones.
Ready?
Yes.
I saw the pens.
Yeah. They are pretty nice. No, we'll talk after, buddy. Not right now. I haven't decided where they're going yet. I can't give you all the pens, buddy. Yeah. We will see. We will talk. All right, so you guys get kind of an idea on how this works, right? Okay. So we're going to take our carbide and let's get this all shaved down. Remember to double tap that screen. Hit that like button. Actually, just afterthought, I'm going to get one of those. I got to get another live end for here, but we're going to put that in just for a little bit of stability. All right. Okay, hang on. I think this tool rest is too high. We'll talk after, but we'll figure it out. There we go. Whew, that shaves down quick. So you see how quickly this has gone down? So I want to see. We're going to see how thin we can get this. So I'm going to take it off here for a sec, to give you guys an idea. Ooh. Wow. Well, that really stuck on there. Pliers it is. Or what? Whatever. Channel locks. So as you can see, still a little bit way too thick. It is nowhere near where we want it. So I want to check. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wrong bushings. So these are large bushings. I'm going to take those off, put on mediums. Then what you'll see is a lot more of it is exposed, just like that. Then we can get it down there. There we go. All right, let's check and see how thick this is. So that's it so far. But I think we can get it thinner. The idea behind these rings is to get them thin so you can't really feel they're there. Pretty crazy that you can get this with a regular piece of wood simply by treating the inside with CA to help hold it together during the turning process. It's actually pretty awesome. we're about at the max, I think, without me to start cutting into bushings. So let's have a look. Let's see see how we did. That's not bad. See what our thickness is at. Okay. So you guys can see that is clamped in there, right? Look at that. 1.6 millimeters thick. And this is completely raw maple. It is not stabilized at all. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it back on here. And let's get it all sanded up. Turning rings is a lot of fun. If any of you want to get into lathe, it really is a lot of fun. You need a little bit of stuff, but it's actually not that bad as far as what you need. And so what I'm going to do with this one, because I'm so close to the bushings, I'm not going to do a CA finish on this. I am going to just do a little bit of wet sanding. And that's probably about it. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna put a coat of the bumblebee stuff on there, the leather better finish. So I am gonna do that. Gives it a little something, right? All right. Leather better. Love this stuff. Whoa. That is not smart. Don't do that. I contacted the threads. That's a bad idea, but it's only a cloth. Not the end of the world. Now we're going to buff it out. And then we are done. With this one, anyway. All right, I think we're good. It really wound that paper towel in. There we go. Okay. All right, so I'll grab these because I'm going to show you all the stuff that has been made. So here is the this is the. Let me wipe that camera off a little bit. Woo. Hang on. Gotta love when beeswax gets on your hands. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is the ring, 1.6 millimeters thick, made of just a regular maple. Like I do grooves and all of this stuff too, but this is just a basic one that I wanted to show you, sized at at 7. But the cool part about these, I can barely get this one on my finger, but like it doesn't interfere. And when I typically do these things, these are fully coated in CA glue all the way around. So because of that, not only does the finish on this turn out like glass, but the amount of strength that this ring holds is like absolutely absolutely crazy. So the rings are really, really cool. All right. Outside of that, we made 2 pens. So this, it's actually a much better angle. You can see the high gloss finish. This is a wenge coated with 10 coats of CA and polished up to a 10,000 grit. Turns out the clip here was a little bit bent. I didn't catch that, but absolutely beautiful how this one came out. So I'm going to be doing more of those. And then there's this one. This is Red Heart. This is probably one of my favorites outside of an orange dye, orange stabilized maple burl, which is absolutely beautiful. And they all have like a like it's like a glass finish because of doing so many coats and sanding up to 12,000 grit. So super fun to make these things if you're ever looking to get in pen turning. Outside of that, thank you so much, everybody, for jumping in here. I really appreciate that. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel too. If you want to become a member, you can be a member. You can get a membership there also. Just helps support the channel and what we do, which is awesome. Also, make sure to check out a lot of those other really awesome channels in here. 77 Rockets. You've got the Whacking Shack. New Beginnings, Mike Wilson, who will have one soon. There's so many, so make sure to check those channels out and give them some love too. Outside of that, I am gonna be out of here. I hope all of you have an amazing weekend, and thank you so much for jumping in. Appreciate it.